The location for the scene where Carrie sings New York, New York is the what we call the Boom Boom Club on the top of the Standard Hotel. And it is a very, very specific location, and it had a look to it from when we first saw it, which drew us there. And in terms of the lighting, I didn't want to change that look because that's what made it unique. It was a matter of how do you incorporate lights into that location to work for the scene. And we also had to put in design elements as well, because it doesn't actually have tables where people sit. There's a dance floor area and a bar, and then over the other side there's a big viewing area. So we had to get the tables in, we had to get some lights, but I didn't want to do anything that would make it feel like somewhere else. You know, there were also all sorts of restrictions, because it is a well-known public, well-known private club, and we had very little time, and we had to be able to get everything in and everything out within the time allotted. So the first thing we did, working with the designer, decided how many tables, what size of table, and what type of table to go in. And from there, we started thinking, well, table lights, what can we do? And it just struck me that any table lights we put on would break up the overall feel and design of the location. But one of the things that I've done a lot in the past, and it's always a favorite, is a quick get out for lighting, scenes around a table, was to stick a light directly above and bang it off the surface so that people are lit from the table itself. We could put up a quick rig into the ceiling and hang very simple dado lights from above, focus them onto the tables themselves, and that would give us little pools of light throughout that location. And it would also give us a nice motivation of light, and also an interesting light for the dialogue scene when the three of them are sitting around the table itself. And it really brought out the glasses and the drinks that are put on the table, and I think added to the sense of sophistication of the location itself. It's, the color is so emotive and it's so important. And, the life of Brendan is pretty bleak emotionally. And that sort of bluish feel to the majority of the film sort of echoes that, and you hope reinforces it in a subtle way. It's not like, banging people's head and saying, he's blue, therefore it's all cold and his life's horrible and everything. But it seemed to make sense, particularly in relation to the sort of stark world that he lives in terms of his home. I mean, those are just white walls. And what do you do with a white wall? I mean, the beauty of white is that it'll take any color you put into it. So we had a choice of where to go with that white. And instead of just leaving it too stark, a little touch of blue just gave it a very specific feel. And I hope quite a subtle sense of the world that he lived in.